Hey, this is another Nebbish TVZ, and I have been impressed with the first two that I watched, despite them both sharing the problem that Nick does not like to get his third at a reasonable time. You need to build it at 13 and drop it down at 15, because 15 is... you start being oversaturated on two bases with perfect SCV production at 14 minutes. So you're riding from 14 to 15 oversaturated. And if you get your third right at 15, that's okay. You just only had 1 minute of oversaturation. That's no big deal. No one's going to complain. But if you go all the way to 21 minutes before you take your third, that is 7 minutes of oversaturation. That's a third of the game oversaturated. And when I say oversaturated, that means everyone knows what oversaturated means, but it's important to emphasize that oversaturated... Oh, I think I already watched this game, mother. Dude, did I? No, I didn't. It's just very similar. Same map, same opening from Nick, same opening from Zerg. Cool. Yeah, anyway, it's as if you had idle SCVs. Being oversaturated is as if you had idle SCVs. You dropped a creep tumor. Oh man, I like the balls on this mother. So, he is not getting ling speed. That's great for us. I am amazed at how many Zergs you get a chance to play against that don't make ling speed early, because oh my god, I would pay $1,000 to be able to play against morons like this. Ugh, lack of ling speed just makes baby Jesus cry, I tell ya. And he built an extractor and didn't use it. That's kind of freaky. Freaky. Now he's getting a roach warren. Ooh, scary times in Ridgemont High. So let's see. Your initial attack did provoke a response of $400, so that's good. I mean, it's better than nothing, and it was worth what you put into it, which wasn't very much. So that's great. I approve of this message. This start has been good enough for you. I like again that you're not building this on the ramp, because bunkers have a 5 range. But if you build a bunker here, it can reach the ramp and it can reach the side, so I'd really like to see this moved over a little bit. I hate this position of the second bunker. I would really like to see the second bunker all the way up in here so that it can defend all of your workers in case things get all the way past here and into your workers, or they slip around here, or they just do a nidus right here. It's always good to have at least one bunker that will fuck with the AI. I shouldn't say fuck, man. Fuck is a bad word. They will mess with the AI if anything gets into your workers, because I've had like 10 Zerglings slip into my workers and get 1 kill or 2 kills because their AI just doesn't work against SCVs unless the SCVs attack or unless there's nothing shooting at them. So a bunker here, and a bunker here I think would be perfect. You don't really have to worry about him getting a bunch of stuff in here and just keeping it there, because, you know, what's it gonna do? I don't care. You can have whatever you want over there. You don't need to defend that. I also I don't approve nor disapprove of this sort of thing. Walling off is okay, fine. If you've got to put your supply depots somewhere, you might as well make them useful, right? That's cool. So you got 1-1 finishing, you've got your armory finishing, and then your factory finishing, then you're going to get an armory. Let's see, you've got enough racks. You've got, this reactor core is a little early, but I guess your gas is piling up. I guess you got this 2 gas a lot earlier than I do. And the last 2 games I watched, you always had too much gas, so I'm really surprised that you would get quadruple gas so early. What I like to do is cut the amount of gas I spend early on, so that I can also cut the amount of gas I mine early on, so that later on I won't have an over gas saturation, if that makes any sense. I don't know, I'm not even going to talk about it. You do your own thing, it's fine, it's not like it's hurting you too much. It hurt you a lot last game, but whatever. We'll see if it hurts you at all this game, and I'll talk about it again if it does. I like that this dude is getting baneling speed, infestors, and double melee upgrades. That's a great build against this sort of marine pressure. And what you need to do is force him to make mutas as well, because if he doesn't make mutas, this combination of ling, baneling, infestor with upgrades is very hard to beat. But all you need to do to provoke mutas is make sure that your very first medevac that's about to come out in about a minute from now takes a couple guys and drops them over here. And then just pick them up immediately and walk away. And he'll say, oh, how am I going to chase medevacs? And hover the medevac over here and put it next to an overlord so he can see it, and then move it down but don't drop, and move it next to them. Move it down and be like, ah, you can see that I have a medevac and you wish you had mutas, don't you? You wish you had mutas? Build a spire, build a spire. So yeah, that's something worth considering. Maybe, you know, totally do that. Combat shields and stim are totally important. 2-2 is going to be finished at 15 minutes. Around 13 minutes, I would like you to start your third. Obviously, you can't hear me because you played this game in the past at some point, so whatever. You are up to 7 racks and 1 starport, and that is what I like to do myself. 7 racks is the number I shoot for. It's good. I'm glad you went for 7 racks. I definitely like 2 starports or a starport and a tech lab factory making Thors or tanks. I hate Thors and I hate tanks, and I do not recommend them. But you need to have 2 buildings spending your gas, is my point, okay? And if you are a crazy person who likes siege mode, then by all means do siege mode tanks. But if you're me, you make 2 starports. Definitely, point is spend your gas. You got a lot of gas coming in and not any plan that I can see to spend it. It looks like you're getting ship armor. Sexy. Are you going to make a battle cruiser, baby? I hope you make battle cruisers. I will pay you $1,000 if in the past you made battle cruisers. Because this game already happened, so I can't pay you to do it. I have to pay you to have done it. And I'm lying. I won't give you any money. Screw you. Hope you die. So we're building up to the 15-minute mark when we're going to push out. 2-2 is done. We've got medevacs. We are ready to go. So you always want to, when you push out, you always want your gas to be 0. And this is a problem I've seen in all 3 of your games, is that you get so much early gas and then you don't get a second starport. And then you're ready to go and you have 800 gas or 1,000 gas or a million, zillion, trillion gas. Another thing is that you want to change your rally point to be down here somewhere. As you attack. Another thing, I love that you're dropping the main, but I prefer a drop like this, so that he's got to deal with high ground and low ground units at the same time, rather than drop like you did, which is called a doom drop. If he'd had infestor's position because he saw your drop coming with overlords, he could have fungal growth your dudes over the water, and then you'd lose all your marines and not get a single thing accomplished. So that's kind of a bad thing that you would want to avoid, and generally speaking. You are so far ahead of this Zerg that no matter how good he does, he's going to lose, though. I kind of feel like this game almost doesn't count. You did really well, and you executed a 2-pronged attack really well, and you're reinforcing really well, and your build did well against his build, but if we look... Oh man, I don't know why I went to that. Do we want to look at around 1550? Right now. This is the crucial time to look at any game, but look at that. 93 to 58. 93 to 58, and look at your income is lower than his. That's the problem. I bet he has, yep, he's got 72 workers and 4 bases. Oh, Zergies.